A man named William, a great shepherd of cows, and overall vehicle driving nut. He, along with 1,000 others, decide to walk supporting those with MS. But first, he must train. Hello everybody, and welcome to my channel. So, I am in uniform right now. But first, how did you like my intro? I thought it was cool. So, most of the time, if on an average day, I would actually walk to here. And this is not that far. You can see my house. Just down there. But that is not what I want to do today. As I am training, I am going a lot further. I am going to walk all the way from my house to the old highway, Princess Highway. And I believe that's about 4.1 miles. It's gonna be fun. And tiresome, I think. So why don't we get to it? Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, William, why exactly are you doing this walk? And to be honest, on the MS walk, that's exactly what they asked me. Of course, there's only select few answers. I just selected a friendly day out with colleagues and friends. It is true. I actually managed to rope in a few of my prior compatriots, yeah, into doing this walk with me, including my mother, who backed out last year because she had work. But now I did a plan that says she will be there. And also two of my, what I know is a former person that I knew from school is also doing it with me as well. If you're wondering if anyone knew where I went, don't worry, I wrote a note. Another reason, oops, sorry the camera's shaking. Specifically I decided to do it today because, well, it's a Saturday. Oh, wait, no, it's Sunday at about 8:30. Now, because of that, everyone would be sleeping. And as such, yeah. Plus I can't, the rest of the day I got stuff to do. Dad's making me do stuff. It's a pattern. I have to help him clean his trucks and stuff. But the other reason is, well, it's actually been raining a few days. So if likelihood a car passes me, or more likely a truck, I've got my glasses, my protective glasses with me to keep myself away from dust. No dust can get in my eye. Because that is not a good idea. Now, another thing I should probably mention, I am doing this by myself. So, in that case, that also means that, when I'm out of breath, I space out. That also means, now, I do believe, as you know, this is a channel just involving me. Ooh, past some cow. It's actually just me, again, on this walk. I actually have another idea for another walk I might do. Not counting the MS walk. That I will do. No backing out. You do this kind of walk, you're gonna have to do it. I believe that, it is just me, so what I realize when a lot of people do walks, there's there's the person doing the walk, there's a person with you, and there's a camera guy showing it around. It's just me, so it's just me doing these walks. So don't be surprised if it's just me walking along a derelict road with cows to my side and heavy breathing or something like that. I'm trying to include other shots of me walking and such. Now, you're probably thinking by the title that I put that this is not something I do. Like, I've never actually walked this road. I've driven it many times. This is technically my driveway. I drive this road in order to get home. But I've always wondered what it'd be like to walk it, because I always see people walking it with their dogs. Yeah. So, in my words, I haven't walked this road, but I have walked a lot further distances than I ever have. In all seriousness, I have absolutely no idea why I'm doing this. Just thought it'd be a fun idea. But to be honest, for me personally, the most interesting thing on YouTube and in life, is hearing about when people do pointless feats for no reason. Like, I'm doing this in order to train for a 10k walk that I probably will never actually do this walk again. Well, I probably will, but it won't happen before May. And, well, a lot of other people have done pointless stuff. Yeah. In the 1800s, there was a guy, a dentist, in America, I believe, I don't know what his deal was for it, but cars, in the time, cars were still a relatively untested invention, and people were still saying that horse and cart are a much better way to get around. Boy, were they wrong. Anyway, I don't know how the conversation went. It's been a while since I actually saw the video, YouTube video. But this dentist fellow, with a mechanic, bought a car from a guy and drove it from one side of America to the other for $50. A $50 bet. One of his friends bet him that. One of his friends bet him $50 to drive from one side of America to the other using a car, because he was an advocate for cars. He liked them and such. And he did it. He accomplished his feat. He got there in a certain amount of days, that under the amount of days in which he did it, and without any sponsors, just him, a mate, and the car. Which, as you can imagine, since cars were still an emerging technology, it wasn't exactly running on 4 cylinders, if you know what I mean. And here's the funny part. When he got to New York, which was his destination, he decided that he stayed there for a bit of fun, congratulations, we drove over the thing over America. And then he got back to where he's from, where he left over. Kept the car, but didn't cash in his $50. He didn't pick up the $50. So, yeah. I believe the car itself is on display in a museum somewhere. I don't remember where. Yeah. There's other examples of, people doing pointless things for pointless reasons. Another YouTuber that I have a bit of knowledge of, let's call him Miles. He walked 90 Ks to work. Just because. Yeah. And this is a recent one, my aunt, she went over to Tasmania and she walked, I don't know where she walked, but she walked a 5-hour walk or something like that. And at the end, she's quoted as saying, it wasn't a bad thing. It wasn't that bad. And she's kind of like my build, essentially. When I edit this video, it's probably going to sound like I'm talking a great deal. And that is true. But most of the time, I've just been enjoying the walk. Yeah. Solitude. Birds chirping. Nothing but the sound of my feet stomping on freshly driven over gravel. Yeah. Here's another story. And this was a recent one, let's see. No, it wasn't recent, it was a couple of years ago. this guy wearing pink rode a unicycle somewhere. I think it was around Australia, and I think it was actually around Australia. And he did it to raise money for his sister's research. Sorry, not his sister's research. His sister was going through breast cancer, and he did this to raise money. I don't remember how much he raised, but it was a lot, you know. Yeah. What else? Okay. I'm actually going to share something that not many of you know about me. This will probably make you understand why, despite the fact that I don't have MS, this walk is actually very important to me. So, actually, I think I explained in my previous MS walk video, it was the announcement one. If you haven't seen it, go back and see it. I actually have what is called an ABI. That's an acquired brain injury. So, yeah. So, I've been in and out of hospitals all my life. So, generally speaking, there's a lot to say about it. I mean, my file is like really big. And unfortunately, due to that, I have lost a few friends. That's how I actually found out that some YouTubers are actually nice people. I had this friend, well, not really a friend. Her name was Blue. She was 13. I didn't know her directly. At least I don't think I actually did interact with her. But I knew she was a friend of my mother's, and I knew her mother that way. And one of the times when I was in hospital, only 5 days, so was Blue. Now, it's sad to say that she's not with us anymore. But the interesting thing was, I did learn that a well-known, I think it's British YouTube group, Sidemen, I think that's their name. Anyway, one of their crew, because he was her favorite, actually came over to visit her. And watching that, I thought to myself, what a nice guy. I mean, I can understand the guy couldn't stop crying, trying to be brave. I mean, that's a natural response. Anyway, she got one of those, what do they call them? Wii U's. Well, kind of looks like a PSP, but and then there's, what else? Yeah, I was thinking actually, in my personal way, of honoring her, despite the fact that I never met her, Blue, is actually named the Polaris Blue, because it also is blue. Yeah. Anyway, R.I.P. Blue, I guess. And unfortunately, that's not the only people that I've lost in my time in hospital. I just thank God that I'm still here. You know? I'm still here to support people by walking, going to walks, donating to charities, and please do donate to my page, please. I know that I cannot figure out how to do the link thing, but I had to go. The copy and paste thing does work, in fact. But on occasion, if you try, you tap your screen to copy it, it'll copy the whole thing. So best is you open a Word document, put it down to, backspace it down to the link, and then put it in your search engine. And it should work. Yeah. Anyway, I am going to continue walking for a little while because I believe I have said what I need to say. You know, one other thing, I did see that guy who walked 90 miles to work. I cannot understand. I have no idea how he managed to do that and make an 11-minute video. I mean, this video, this specific bit I'm filming has gone to, is around 6 minutes. And, yeah. Ooh, I'm walking through a nice forest right now. Yeah. I'll show you. That's where I've been. And that's where I'm going. Much calmer over here. Made it. Made it to my goal. That's a sign. Well, guys, welcome to the old Princess Highway. And that's where I've been. Well, everybody, I set myself a goal. And I am here. I am happy. I have apologized on many occasions the fact that it looks like that I'm looking down on you. But that's only because my selfie stick that I use is only 1.5 meters high. So either you can use it to measure the distance that you stand to someone during COVID, or you use it to make, I guess they'll call them under photos or something like that. Well, I don't know. Anyway, here's the old Princess Highway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down, take a 5-minute rest, and then I will start my journey back. So I should probably tell you ahead of time. It took me an hour and a half to get to walk here, Google Maps said it was only done to be an hour. Yeah. Hello guys. It has been several days since I actually made my video where I walked all the way to the old Princess Highway. But I forgot to tell you, because, I forget some things. I'm not perfect. Anyway, you probably assumed that I'm walking there and I walked back, which I honestly fully intended to do. But, doing that walk on the Sunday, my dad was actually home, and when he got up, he saw the note, and he thought to himself, oh, that's cool, he's gone for a walk, he'll probably be gone for a few minutes. And apparently, after me being gone for an hour and 30 minutes, I believe, he was a bit concerned, so he looked on an app that me and him have in order to track each other. We both consented to that, tracking each other's phones. Anyway, he was surprised to find out where I was. So, without warning, he actually decided to jump in my car and drive down the road to grab me. So, I would have happily walked back, and honestly, I was still feeling very energetic at the end of my walk. But, he was there, so I got in the car and drove. I got in the car and he drove me back, and we both had breakfast together. Part of me just thinks that he wanted someone else to have breakfast with someone on one Sunday that he was actually going to be home, because he was working that week, the whole week. And it's only been 3 days since that video. So with that, I will say to you, I hope you enjoyed that video. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and only leave positive comments. See you later, guys.